Imagine working at a luxury hotel for 30 years, being the absolute perfect butler.
Have a care, sure. Last week was the Jack.
And hiding a secret so crazy that when you die, the whole town loses their minds. Yeah, this guy. He's actually a woman, and she's got an absolute fortune hidden right under the floorboards. Meet Albert. For decades, she's been binding her chest, lowering her voice, and living as a man just to survive in a world where women had zero power and zero money. She's basically invisible, the ultimate servant. Every tip, every penny she makes goes straight into a secret stash under her floor. Her ultimate dream? To buy a little tobacco shop, retire by the sea, and finally be free. But then, everything flips upside down. A big, tough painter named Hubert comes to work at the hotel. Because the place is packed, the boss forces them to share a bed for the night. Albert is terrified. She thinks her secret's gonna get exposed, and she'll be thrown out on the streets.
Now stop with your noise.
But massive plot twist. Hubert opens his shirt and boom, he's a woman too. Mind blown, right? But here's the craziest part. Hubert is actually married to a woman. They live together, run a tailoring business together, and literally no one suspects a thing. Albert is stunned. She's like, wait, I can do that too. So she sets her sights on a young, pretty maid named Helen. Albert wants the whole dream, a wife, a shop, a quiet life. She starts taking Helen out on dates, buying her expensive chocolates, trying to woo her. But here's the catch. Helen is already hooking up with the hotel's bad boy, Joe, and Joe is absolute trash. He wants to escape to America,
We're getting out.
but he's dead broke. When he finds out Albert has a crush on his girl, he hatches a sick, twisted plan. He tells Helen, string him along, bleed him dry, make him buy you expensive stuff, and we'll use his money to buy our tickets to America. So Helen plays along. But Albert, who has literally never been in a relationship in her entire life, is so awkward. She's doing all this math in her head, terrified of spending her hard-earned savings, and she doesn't even know how to flirt. When she finally proposes to Helen, offering her a safe, comfortable life, Helen flips out. She wants passion, she wants romance, she wants Joe. Things go south real quick. A deadly typhoid outbreak hits the hotel. People are dropping dead. The place gets shut down. And to make matters worse, Helen finds out she's pregnant. She tells Joe, thinking he'll step up and be a man. Instead, he loses his damn mind. He smashes up the kitchen, screams at her, and realizes his American dream is slipping away because he doesn't want to be a dad. Albert, still desperately trying to save Helen, begs her to leave Joe. He is gonna abandon you and the baby, she warns her. But Joe catches them talking. He completely snaps. He pins Albert to the wall and beats her to a pulp. It's brutal. Albert, bleeding and broken, crawls back to her tiny, dark room, locking the door behind her. Helen finally realizes Joe is a monster and dumps him, but it's too late. The damage is done. The next morning, when they break into Albert's room, they find her dead in her bed. When Hubert, the other disguised woman, comes to check on her, she unbuttons Albert's shirt and discovers the tragic truth. The perfect butler died all alone. Her dream totally crushed, but hold up. Here's the final twist. Helen is left out on the streets with a newborn baby, totally hopeless. Just when you think it's over for her, Hubert shows up. Hubert's wife's recently passed away from the plague, and she's all alone too. Hubert looks at Helen, looks at the baby, and decides to take them in. They walk away together to start a new life, and the baby. Helen named him Albert. Albert never got her tobacco shop, but in a weird, beautiful way, her tragic life ended up saving Helen and the baby. Sometimes, the people who hide the most are the ones who give everything. Would you have kept a secret like that for 30 years just to survive? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I need to know what you guys think.